Welcome to Elevated, a place where the mystical meets the everyday. I am Dawn, a stay-home mom to a wild and spirited boy, and a guide in the realms of Reiki, Akashic Records, natural healing, and soulful living. Here, we'll talk energy, intuition, spirituality, but also the realness of motherhood, wellness, and creating balance in the chaos of it all. So grab your tea, take a deep breath, and join me as we explore healing, alignment, and the beauty of both the magical and the messy. Welcome to Elevated. Welcome back, beautiful souls. I hope you are having a wonderful day today. Christmas is 8 days away, and I'm excited for Christmas, but I'm more excited for Yule. But I am very excited for Christmas morning because I have an almost 4-year-old and he understands Christmas this year. And he's so excited with the whole Santa idea. He's so excited that we're finding this month hard, we'll say. So tonight he was bouncing off the walls, bouncing all day since I picked him up from play school. He's just been going. And my husband and I said the last couple nights he's not been settled. When he's trying to fall asleep, he's just excited and agitated, like he cannot seem to calm down. And a lot of the day I've been saying, Ty, we need to settle our body. Then he takes a deep breath in through his nose, and then he puts the finger in front of his mouth, and then he pretends to be blowing out a candle. And it does help him for a little bit. And then he still gets super, super excited. And get it. I mean, I was a kid too, and I feel like a lot of kids get labeled as bad this time of year, problems this time of year. And it's not that they're bad. It's not that they're a problem. It's just they're trying to take it all in. And I thought about it the other day. When I was a kid growing up with Christmas, we didn't have Elf on the Shelf. We didn't do a whole lot of extra Christmas stuff. We had our Christmas concert at school. We sometimes would go on a sparkle tour and check out Christmas lights because back then it seemed like everyone had Christmas lights. And we did a lot more kind of at-home family stuff. It wasn't as go, 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 busy, busy, busy as it is now. I didn't have an elf on the shelf. I didn't wake up every morning trying to find this elf and see the crazy things that he's doing. I didn't get Bookmas, which means I didn't get to open up 24 Christmas books every Christmas. I didn't get 2 advent calendars. I was lucky if I got 1 advent calendar. And even that was too exciting for me and hard to handle for that really crappy piece of chocolate. Let's be honest. Like, we all loved the advent calendars when we were kids. I was a kid that grew up in the 80s. So that advent calendar was super important, but that chocolate is crap compared to like what we have now. Like, I have a Lind chocolate one now. Now there is an advent calendar. My son has an advent calendar where he gets a new car every single day. And then the elf brought him an advent calendar where he gets a new Christmas tree ornament, John Deere, of course, every single day. And then he gets 24 books through the Christmas season. So he gets to open a new Christmas book every single day. And then he has the elf every day. That elf does something crazy, does something different. And every morning he's waking up, and I find he's not going to bed as early right now because I think he's excited about the elf. And then secondly, he is waking up probably minimum half an hour earlier every single day because he's so excited to go see what the elf did. And I keep telling him, I'm like, you keep this up and I'm going to have to tell Logan to go home, and Logan won't be able to come. That's our elf's name. On his play school, they have done a Christmas concert twice now, and then he's going for his actual Christmas concert in front of mom and dad. That's all happening tomorrow night. So he's a little bit overwhelmed with that, but it's just everything. And they're making Christmas ornaments, and at home we're making Christmas ornaments, and we're doing Christmas baking, and it's a lot. I look at the kids' lives and I was like, these poor kids. And then we wonder why they're quote unquote misbehaving. No, they're not. They're just so excited, and there's so much going on for them that their little bodies don't know how to process it all. And now I'm thinking, do we do elf next year? Do we do advent calendars next year? I think the advent calendars aren't bad, but 1 advent calendar next year for sure, not 2. Do we do Bookmas next year? I have a little winter bucket list, and then I have a Christmas bucket list. And to be honest, I haven't really been doing a whole lot on the Christmas bucket list because I see he's getting a little overwhelmed with some stuff. I'm just kind of like, whatever, it's there. If we do it, great. If we don't, who cares? No big deal. So I don't know. I just want his poor little system not to be so overwhelmed. And like, he's not in any sports or anything, but if he's into like a sports of something, I'm sure that they have an event that goes on, and you got this and you got that, and you're going here and you're going there, and mom and dad are going, and all this kind of stuff. Like, how busy are you as an adult during the Christmas season compared to the rest of the year? How busy? I know for me this year, my number one goal was to get done Christmas shopping early so I didn't have to stress and worry about it. I'm being intentional with what I buy, so I'm not overbuying. And I'm really trying to plan out just stress-free days where I find little bits of joy and peace going into the day. Yes, I still have gifts to wrap. Yes, I still have a little bit of planning. Yes, we have a few outings, but our outings are very minimal this year compared to other years. Previous years, we would be running crazy, insane, trying to get ready for Christmas, trying to do all this stuff. And this year I was like, no, our weekends are our downtime. Even my husband was like, we're not busy. I'm like, no. Plan like a calmer December and Christmas season. And really what has made me think of that is learning about Yule and knowing that Yule is the slowdown time. It's the calm time. It's the time to go more within. So this week, what we're going to be talking about is the 12 days of Yule, the origin and the history of Yule, just really brief on that. If you want a deeper podcast and information on that, just go to last week's. Why the 12 days of Yule actually exists, the spiritual meaning behind each of the days, the exact step-by-step rituals to be taking. So a brief overview of what Yule is. Yule is a pre-Christian solstice celebration which was practiced by the Germans, by the Norse, by the Anglo-Saxons, and other Northern European people. The themes of Yule included the rebirth of the sun at the darkest night, honoring the ancestors, the wild hunt, basically where spirits rode across the sky, aka known today as Santa Claus, feasting during the leanest time of the year, community unity to survive the winter, and divination and shadow work. Yule was not one holiday. Yule was actually a season, and sometimes it was lasting of a whole month. The 12 days came later when communities wanted a defined ritual arc. So these days symbolized the 12 nights of darkness, the 12 nights outside linear time, 12 nights where the gods and ancestors were closer, 12 nights to reset the year, 12 nights to bless the land. Each day carried intention, rituals, and sacred meaning, and each day rewove the world. So preparing for the 12 days of Christmas. Before preparing for the 12 days of Yule, the Norse, the Germans, the Anglo-Saxons, whoever celebrated Yule, would prepare their homes. So first, they would cleanse the home. So they would physically clean the home, sweep their thresholds, and open the windows briefly. They would then create a Yule altar. So this would include evergreens, pine cones, candles, a bowl of salt, an ancestor photo, a piece of bread, a bell, and a small offering dish. They then would prepare a Yule log. So traditionally the Yule log was made out of oak, but any woods would work. And this would be lit on day 4. They would gather ritual items. So you're going to need salt, 2 candles, evergreen pieces, a sprig of mistletoe. If you can find, it is optional, but if you can find, that's great. Bread or a baked good, bells, paper and a pen, a small charm or a stone, and a symbol to burn or bury on day 9. And you're going to need a fire-safe bowl for your intentions. Yule typically starts the day before the solstice and goes for 12 days. In North America, the solstice this year falls on the 21st of December, and it's kind of a floating solstice. Sometimes it's the 21st of December and sometimes it's the 22nd of December. So this year it's December 21st. So you're going to start the 12 days of Yule on the 20th of December. Now, some ancient practices had them start it on Christmas. So you can do either way. So you can do starting the 20th of December, or you can wait and start it on the 25th of December. I believe it makes more sense to start it on the 20th of December because there is a part in here about the solstice itself, which I believe we should be doing on the actual solstice itself. So day one for this podcast, we're going to say is December 20th. Before I go any further, pause if you need to, go grab a pen and a pad of paper so you can write this information down. Or if you're really technical, you can use your phone. I personally love to use paper and pen still. Okay, day one, we're going to say is December 20th. This is called Mother's Night. So the theme for Mother's Night is ancestors, matriarchs, and protection. And the ritual involves light an ancestor candle, offer bread or your baked good, and you're to tell a memory. So it's about a 15-minute ritual that you're going to be doing on Mother's Night, which is the opening of Yule. In ancient practices, this night honored the ancestral mother, the spirits who guard the home, the Norns, which is the weavers of faith, and the divine feminine forces of protection. There's 5 steps for the Mother's Night. Number 1, you need to light a single candle. Number 2, place a piece of bread or a baked good beside it. You're like, why? That's offering of food to your ancestors. Number 3, speak the names of a mother line ancestor. So if unfortunately your mom passed, if your grandma's passed, a great grandma, you would say their name on either your mom's side, father's side, it doesn't matter. One that you connect with. Or you can simply say, I honor the mothers who came before me. Number 4, you can share or think of one memory of them. And if you don't have a memory of them, you can speak gratitude instead. And number 5, sit in silence for 1 minute. So the reason why we do Mother's Night is to remind us we are not alone. We come from an unbroken line, meaning we're breaking generational cycles by doing this, and we're healing our ancestral line by doing this. We carry ancient wisdom in our bones. This is a night of grounding and protection. So that is for December 20th. That's the first night of Yule, which is known as Mother's Night. The second day of Yule is known as the solstice. And the theme for the solstice is rebirth, light returning, which makes sense for a winter solstice. The rituals is a sunrise candle. You're going to set one intention and you're going to do a salt threshold. This should take about 12 to 15 minutes. This is December 21st that we are doing this on the actual solstice itself. So today is the winter solstice. It is the longest night and the turning point of the sun, meaning we're going to start getting longer days come the next day. The ritual steps that you're going to need. Step number 1, you're going to need to light a candle at sunrise or when you wake. Whenever that is. So if you wake after sunrise, light it when you wake. If you wake before the sunrise, wait until sunrise to light the candle. Number 2, you're going to need to speak one intention only. This intention must be chosen with care. Number 3, you're going to sprinkle salt across the main doorway threshold. Any salt will do. You can use table salt. It would be more preferred to use more of a natural salt, pink Himalayan salt. Sea salt would be very good. Celtic salt. If you happen to have black salt would be probably your most profound and preferred. Not a lot of people have black salt, and black salt is very hard to come by and more on the expensive side. but like I said, any salt will do. You are going to whisper as you've done your salt doorway threshold. You're going to whisper, let this home be protected as the sun returns. And why are we doing this? So on the solstice, you plant the seed of the coming year. One intention is all that was allowed. And the universe listened clearly to that one intention. Kind of makes you think, one intention of everything that you want for the year. And usually we've been told to do intentions, just write everything you want. You can have like 30 intentions down, but this is one. That's why you have to think of it, and it's chosen very, very carefully. Day number 3, which is going to be December 22nd. This is known as warmth and home. So the theme is hearth, evergreen, and life within winter. The rituals include to decorate the hearth, hang evergreen or mistletoe, burn a sprig of evergreens. You can either hang the evergreen or mistletoe, or you can burn an evergreen sprig. This should take you about 12 to 15 minutes. So this day celebrates the living heart of the home. The ritual steps. Number 1, place evergreen near your hearth, altar, or living space. Number 2, hang mistletoe or cedar above a doorway. Number 3, burn a tiny evergreen sprig, safely of course, just enough for the smoke. And then number 4, whisper, may warmth live here all winter long. I love this one, you guys. I am obsessed with pine trees, but mostly I'm obsessed with cedar trees. I love them. They are my most favorite tree when we go to Revelstoke. You can't find cedar trees everywhere in BC, but Revelstoke has cedar trees and I'm absolutely in love with them. And we just went to our greenhouse the other weekend and I got some more pine branches and I could pick any of them, and I picked cedar because I absolutely love cedar and I want to put it on my Yule log that we're going to be burning. So I'm so excited that it says to actually hang cedar above the doorway, because you know I'm going to. When you walk into my front door, I literally have all different kinds of pine branches in planters. I have cedar, I have Scots pine, I have Jack pine, I have North Poke pine. Just love it. Okay, what is the meaning of this? The evergreen symbolizes eternal life in the dead of winter. This reminds us life continues even in darkness. I love this because it is so true. When you look outside in Saskatchewan, A, we're pretty flat. B, unless you go up north Saskatchewan, pine trees are so hard to find. So when you look outside, it's just dead trees, dead bushes, dead grass. It's not it's not green at all. It's just brown and dead right now. So to have the evergreens, which maybe that's why I'm absolutely in love with evergreen trees, is because it does symbolize eternal life. Whether if it's summer or winter, but mostly in winter, it symbolizes life continues even in the darkness. I just love that. So day 4, which is going to be December 23rd. It is a gratitude feast. So the theme is abundance, community, and Yule log. So the rituals are share a meal, have a gratitude circle, save a Yule log ember. Number 1, prepare or share a meal. Number 2, go around the table and each person names one thing they are grateful for. Number 3, light your Yule log or a candle. Now I'm making an indoor Yule log, but I'm not putting any greenery on this Yule log. I'm just going to have it for decoration every single year. So I think we'll light a candle, but I do want to actually go and make a Yule log that we can burn in an outdoor fire. And so we'll go do that probably after our feast. And number 4, when it finishes burning, save a small piece or ember for next year. I love that too. And then you light next year's Yule log with that piece or ember. That's the whole purpose of it. The meaning of this day is gratitude was believed to multiply our blessings, which we know if you're grateful, you're calling in more things to be grateful for. You're calling in more of that good, right? The Yule log was the heart. Its ember carried protection for the year ahead. Day number 5, which is December 24th, which is Christmas Eve. It's joy and hospitality. So you prepare wassail, you welcome song, and you offer guests cup. Step number 1, make a wassail or warm spiced cider. Number 2, sing or play a welcoming song. And number 3, pour a small symbolic cup and leave it on your altar for guests seen or unseen. So the meaning for this is, on this night, hospitality strengthens community and invites good fortune. Your home becomes a beacon of joy. So day number 6, which would be Christmas Day, December 25th, is protection and blessing. So the theme is home protection. So rituals: smudge, walk through, sprinkle salt, leave a protection charm. This should take about 15 to 20 minutes. I know when I smudge, it takes quite a bit longer, just because I have a lot of different rooms and it's quite a big house. Maybe I'm slow, I don't know. But ritual steps: number 1, slowly walk through your home with smoke or sound. So you can use a smudging stick, which it could be cedar, it could be sage. I would think in this case, because we're dealing with a lot of the evergreens when it comes to Yule, probably a cedar smudge stick would be really great. You can also use sound, so you can use bells, clapping, singing bowls, tuning forks, anything like that. Sprinkle salt in the corners of your house and rooms. I have dogs, so I don't typically sprinkle salt in the corners, but what I do is sometimes put them in like little containers or little salt bags and just leave that so my dogs can't lick that up. If your dog has too much salt, they can actually puke. So just a side note. And number 3, place a charm near your doorway. So a stone, a ruin, or a bundle. The meaning for this is, the ancients believed it was a night when the veils were thin and the spirits roamed, and protection rituals were essential. So day number 7, which is Boxing Day or December 26th. The theme is spirit, guides, and ancestors. The rituals is going to be altar offerings, quiet listening, and ancestor call. This should take about 15 to 20-ish minutes. Ritual steps: number 1, place a small offering, so bread, fruit, evergreen, on your altar. Number 2, sit in silence for several minutes. Number 3, speak, guides, ancestors, divine. If you have a message, I am listening. You could do this as well as just listening. Could be through your dreams that you're going to get a message. You could journal. You could channel messages, something like that. Could come to you in any way. And the meaning of this is a night of prayer, intention, and connection. It is a quiet night. It is a holy night, which, in the way that the Christmas season is right now for the world, I guess, in not obviously every culture, but I'll just say like for the way that we celebrate Christmas, Canadians, Americans, that type of thing, we do Boxing Day, and it almost is to be the quiet day. Like, we get a day off of work after Christmas, or most typically people do. And I know a lot of people do the Boxing Day shopping and all of that kind of stuff, but majority of the people take it as that rest day, as that day of like, oh my goodness, we just had 2 or 3 or 4 really, really busy days, or a whole month of just craziness. And you kind of have that day of just relaxation. So I like that it's, a night of quiet. Day number 8, which is going to be December 27th. This is known as the Wild Hunt. So the theme is shadow, boundaries, and release. And the rituals are boundary care, shadow ritual, and bell calling. This should take you approximately 20 to 25 minutes, and it should be done later in the evening. So the Wild Hunt is when spirits, gods, and restless energies ride across the winter sky. So the ritual step: 1, place protective salt on the outside thresholds. Number 2, write down a fear, a shadow, or a burden. I really like that. And if you're kind of new and you're like, what's a shadow? It would be the part of yourself that you don't fully like, the part of yourself that you wish you didn't have. And it's not physical, it's more energetic, mental, spiritual, emotional, something like that. Like for myself, I've done a lot of shadow work this year on finding self-worth, finding self-love. That would be a shadow that I could put down. Number 3, burn it safely or tear it into pieces. We don't want you to burn your house down. Again, get that metal bowl. You can burn it in there. You can burn it in a pot if you so wish. You can go outside, use the snow, something like that. Number 4, ring a bell 3 times and say, only blessings may enter here. And the meaning for this night is this night purifies the soul. It is a release, a catharsis, and a rebirth. Day number 9, which is December 28th. This is Bless the New Year. So themes, seeds for the coming year, rituals, write, releases, and seeds, bury or burn symbolically. This should take about 12 to 15 minutes. I know for myself, this is going to take way longer. When I am doing releasing of anything, it takes me a long time. I have a lot of stuff I want to release, I guess. Ritual steps. Number 1, write 2 lists, things to release and things to plant, metaphorically, of course, right? So what are you releasing this year and what do you want to bring in this year? What do you want to grow? What do you want to have happen for you this year? Number 2, burn, bury, or place the papers under a stone or tree. Day number 10, which is December 29th. This is the Feast of the Sun. So the theme, light, warmth, growth. The rituals, light candles, speak gifts of the sun. This should take you about 12 to 15 minutes, but again, it could take longer, shorter, whatever. And your ritual steps. Number 1, light several candles. Number 2, speak aloud. Health returning, strength growing, light increasing. And the meaning for this day is the sun's power is honored and strengthened. You awaken your inner light as well. Day number 11. So December 30th. This is community and sacred fires. The theme for this is unity and intentions. The rituals is outdoor fire or indoor symbolic bowl and toss intentions. So they say 15 minutes, but however long, it doesn't matter. Enjoy the fire. And if it's a beautiful day, enjoy hours of the fire. Ritual steps. Number 1, gather around a fire, real or symbolic. Number 2, and if you have a real fireplace in your home or a wood burning stove, this will work beautifully. If you have a gas fireplace, you're still gathering around a fire. You may not be able to burn the papers. You might have to do that separately in a bowl or something, but you get my drift. Number 2, write small intentions on tiny slips of paper. And number 3, toss them into the flames or your intention bowl. If I was indoors and putting them in the intention bowl, I personally would burn them. Because if I'm burning them in a real fire outside or even just in my house fire, then I would want to burn them as well. The meaning for this day is the fire carries your hopes upward. This is community magic. Day number 12, which is known as 12th night or the Wuzzle night. This is going to be December 31st, New Year's Eve. The theme is closure, blessing, renewal. The rituals is a Wuzzle bowl, song, final blessing, and a closed circle. This should take about 15-20 minutes, but however long, it's perfectly fine. The ritual steps is to prepare your Wuzzle or your warm cider drink again. I'm going to do a quick Google search after this to let you know what a Wuzzle is. Number 2, sing or hum a closing song. And right now as I'm saying that, I'm getting, is it Third Eye Blind that sings closing time? You know, the one that if you're like an 80s kid and you were at the bar, that's the song that they always played at the very end. And I'm sorry I sang. My son just told me today I do not sing well, so I will not do that again for you, but you get my point. Or the other song that comes to mind is my mom taught me this song, and I think we sang it at Girl Guides, where it's like, I want to linger a little longer. I want to linger here with you. It's such a perfect night. It doesn't feel quite right. I want to linger here with you. Or something like that. And I just said I wasn't going to sing for you and I apologize, but I did it. Okay, let's recap. Step number 1, prepare your wuzzle or warm cider drink. Step number 2, sing or hum a closing song. Step number 3, raise your cup and say, "The year is blessed, the light returns, so it is." Number 4, blow out your final candle. Number 5, close the circle by thanking your ancestors, guides, and home. So the meaning for this was the cycle completes. Your year is renewed. Your home becomes a sacred space. Okay, let's do a quick Google search. A wuzzle. Okay, Google says, which comes up as an AI search, wuzzle is a warm, spiced, fruit-based drink, often considered a type of mulled cider, popular during the holidays. You can easily prepare it on the stovetop or in a slow cooker using the following steps. Ingredients: 8 cups of apple cider or apple juice, 2 cups of orange juice, 1 orange sliced crosswise, 1 apple sliced crosswise, 4 cinnamon sticks, 1 tablespoon whole cloves, which is optional, but you can press them into the apple or orange slices to keep them contained. Optional spices, 2 to 3 star anise, 1 piece of fresh ginger or pinch of ground nutmeg. Optional sweetener, brown sugar or honey to taste. Optional alcohol, half to 1 cup brandy, rum, or bourbon added just before serving. So instructions: stove top method. Combine all ingredients except optional alcohol in a large pot or Dutch oven. Bring the mixture to a boil over medium-high heat, then immediately reduce the heat to low to maintain a gentle simmer. Avoid vigorous boiling, which can make the spices or any black tea, if using, bitter. Simmer for at least 30 minutes covered to allow the flavors to meld and the house to fill with a festive aroma. The longer it simmers, the spicier the flavor will be. Strain the wuzzle through a sieve to remove the spice and spent fruit if desired, or simply remove the large pieces with a slotted spoon. Serve hot, adding optional alcohol directly to individual mugs. Garnish with fresh fruit slices and cinnamon sticks. If you want to do the slow cooker method, add all ingredients except optional alcohol to the slow cooker. Cook on low for 2 to 3 hours or high for 1 to 1.5 hours until hot and fragrant. Stir in optional alcohol, then switch the slow cooker to the warm setting for serving. Serve in mugs. Garnish as desired. Store leftovers in an airtight container in the refrigerator for up to a week and reheat as needed. When I was reading that, I make my simmer pots like that. I use orange. Sometimes I'll use apple. I put cinnamon, clove, star anise in there, and I always throw that out. My goodness. Wow. Okay, now we know. I want to thank you for being here today and learning about the rituals of the 12 days of Yule. I'm excited. I'm going to be participating in the 12 days of Yule this year, just because for me, I feel like it's something that my soul just really wants me to do, and I'm really excited to do it. And I feel like there's nothing that can go wrong. It's just a lot of releasing and thinking about the new year, which typically I don't do. And then the new year is here and it's the 31st. I'm like, oh, I should write down what I want to release for the year and what I want to bring in for the year, and kind of do it quickly and maybe don't always think about it. So I'm going to take the time and start thinking about it and seeing what I want to release, what I want to bring in, what do I want to call forth. I just feel like it's going to change the energy of the holidays. It's going to change the energy of the new year. It's going to change the energy of 2026, because I don't know about you, but 2025 was a harder year for sure. I just am glad that we're getting near to the end of it. I had a lot of things that I've been working on mentally, spiritually, emotionally, physically, like all of that. So I'm just really grateful to be starting a new year and almost a fresh year. I just feel fresh is the word, I guess you could say. So I'm excited that you have walked down this ancient path with me. The 12 days have moved through your home and your heart and your spirit. I hope that you're going to do the 12 days of Yule. And if not the whole 12 days, maybe pick one or two to start with that maybe resonate with you. And I hope that Yule gets to move through your home and your heart and your spirit. And may this Yule bless your year with warmth and clarity and protection and joy. I'm just so excited. And may the returning sun light your way for you. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you liked it, please share it with your friends, your family, your coworkers, whoever. Please leave a review. And please, if you would love, any review would be great because it does help get my podcast out more. The more you share, the more you like, the more you comment, the more you engage. I mean, we know the drill if we're on social media. Do all the things. It really does help push out my podcast. And one of the things that I want going forward in 2026 is to get my podcast out to more people, is to elevate it, to have people know, to have these conversations, to learn, to grow, to do all that kind of stuff. So I would really, really appreciate it. Like as well, share, subscribe. That's huge. Please subscribe as well to my podcast. I would appreciate that. If you want to be a guest on my podcast, we can talk about anything. It doesn't have to be spiritual. It doesn't have to be anything about parenting. It could just be everyday life. It does not matter. Please get a hold of me. You can email me at elevatedsoulhealing@gmail.com. If you want to book an appointment, you can get a hold of me at elevatedsoulhealing@gmail.com as well. I do Reiki and I do Akashic Records reading and property clearings, as well as you can find me on Facebook at Elevated Soul Healing or Elevated. You can find me on Instagram at Elevated Soul Healing and Elevated Pod as well. So I thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. I hope you even do a couple days of Yule if you want, but I hope you can get all 12 days of Yule in and just really start bringing in Yule into our life. If you, again, wanted to know more about what Yule is and the traditions and not so much the traditions, but the history of Yule and all of that, that was last week's podcast. So you can go back to last week, listen to that one, and then you have this podcast to be able to go and do the 12 days of Yule. So I thank you so very much from the bottom of my heart for you being here and being a part of this. I thank you, thank you, thank you. Have a wonderful Yule. I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to do any podcasts during the Christmas break, so December 24th and the 30th. I don't know if I'm going to do any podcasts. I might just take the couple of weeks off, do family time, spend time, really slow down and get caught up on other things that I am so far behind on, I feel like, but just kind of take that time. And if I do a podcast, it might just be a quicker, shorter catch up, sort of like, hey, this is how my Christmas was, blah, 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 but nothing really in depth or learning podcast. Maybe just a check-in with you on that. And that is about it. Again, I hope that you have a very, very wonderful Yule and a Merry Christmas if you don't want to partake in Yule. But thank you again for being here. I thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.